At the heart of every sin, at the heart of every broken thing in existence is this choice of picking a lie over truth. And we have made this an art form. Isn't that true? It is. But let me tell you why. The diet pill industry is built on us making this choice. If you take our pills, you can lose 90 pounds. Okay, who went to middle school health class? Anybody make that one? Anybody make it that year? Okay. The way I remember that one going and the way that my trainers have trained me on all this stuff is that if you want to lose weight and keep it off, if you want to be a healthy person, you eat less, exercise more. All right, if you want to take a pill, some of you are pharmaceutical reps. I'm not trying to down your business. It's great. But if people come to the miracle pill every time and hope that it can produce the results that only hard work and time can really produce, they're going to be disappointed every time. But that's what sin always promises. Instant results. The easy, don't we love the easy way? I mean, we'll sit there, we'll like, if we're making a trip somewhere, we'll go to MapQuest and all these, we'll try to find the shortest, quickest, least trafficked route, right? I'm not against that. But you know what that is? That's ingrained in us. We want what we want it now. We're like that lawyer commercial on TV, for people who've had settlements and they haven't gotten their money yet. It's my money and I want it now! Have you seen this commercial? Like, I can imagine them being perfectly sane, people, but they're screaming out their window onto the street, it's my money and I want it now! What a great picture of the human heart. I want what I want, and I want it now. Don't be fooled. That was at the heart of Satan's temptation to Eve. Have what you want and have it now. It's a lie. It's a lie that we've accepted over the truth of God. Think about sin for a second. Sin's one of these things that basically, just promises us the very best. And it's at its inception or in the beginning, it feels like we're getting the very best, right? But in the end, it doesn't turn out that way. It's like me going to Cold Stone yesterday. I had, a bunch of kids. One of my daughters, I only have one. My daughter had a friend over, and so I thought, well, I'll do the dad duty thing, and I'll take them to get ice cream. Out of duty. No. I know it was there. And I got to the ice cream, and I thought for like 2 seconds, maybe I'll have that, sinless, guiltless, fat-free pseudo ice cream that they got there. There's like one, that no one ever gets. Maybe I'll have that. But then I was like, no. The sweet cream ice cream is calling me. Give me a lot of that. And then mix in the M&Ms and the Reese's Pieces. And then take that waffle cone, and I want you to chop it up inside there too. And you ever been in a store where it's like slammed, and the workers have this like great guilt complex, so that to make you feel better about your experience here, they just start loading more of the stuff in it. I'm only supposed to get like 1 scoop of M&Ms and Reese's, but she's just looking at me. She's like, "I'm so sorry, it's taking so long," and I'm like. It was great, man. I was like, you keep loading that stuff in there, sister. Yeah. She mixes it all up. She can't put it in the bowl it's supposed to be in because there's so much junk in there, so she has to go to the next bigger bowl, and I'm like, yeah. Pay for my ice cream. And I go sit down. I was in the front seat of my car. I was going to take all the kids home. I was the last one, of course, because I had to pay. So most of them had finished their eating there, and I'm just sitting in the driver's seat of my car just going, oh, yeah. Oh, that was good. Oh, this is good too. This is good. Oh, yeah. Every bite, just savoring it. Who does that with the stuff they like to eat? Anybody does that? All right. Let's talk about 2 hours later, though. You want to talk about that? Because all that sugar and lactose intolerant type stuff, it gets down in the belly, right? And you're like, oh. Ooh, I got to sit down. Ooh. That wasn't so good after all. Oh, man. And then, you have that sugar high, right? Who's had the sugar high? And you're like, hey, life is great. And then, oh. This is sin. Perhaps me having Cold Stone is a sin, perhaps. But it's a picture of how all sins work. Listen, I can't think of one guy who has cheated on his wife that at the moment that he started cheating on his wife didn't think it was a great idea. I mean, she's hot, she's here, she loves me, she talks to me nice, all this stuff. Let's make this happen. But then, upon that happening, and upon that happening being found out, and upon the brokenness of him not only losing that one that he was cheating with, but losing the one that he was cheating on, I don't see a whole lot of joy in that choice in the men that I counsel. Felt good when it was going on. That few minutes of pleasure was quite pleasurable. But the mess that comes after, not so much. The first hit off of that pipe, or the first, cheating on my, reports at work so I could get more money. Those all felt great. The immediate results of that were wonderful. But being let out of my job place in handcuffs, being addicted to my drug of choice, well, not so much. And some people think, but Mark, listen, not everybody gets caught. Okay, hang on for a second. Let's talk about what the Word says. The Word says that there is a wide road that leads to destruction. And so listen, if you're sitting here saying, well, you're not talking about me, man. I cover my tracks better. I got this thing played out. I'm gonna make it and keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm never gonna I'm Teflon. Okay, look at me. You're lying to yourself so much that you don't even know the world of hurt that's heading your way. I mean, you've not just traded in the truth for a lie, you've traded the truth for everything being a lie. I mean, there is only one place that sin can lead you. Only one place. And that's destruction. So in this instance, Romans is telling us, mankind worshiped created things over the Creator. They accepted a lie instead of truth. And it goes on and tells us one more thing. It tells us basically the result of those decisions. Look at it says in verse 28 of chapter 1 of Romans. It says, furthermore, since they did not think it worthwhile to retain the knowledge of God, he gave them over to a depraved mind to do what ought not to be done. Peace left then, finally, when man rejected God altogether. It's the only thing that can occur. If we accept a lie instead of truth and start worshiping created things instead of our Creator, the only possible end in that is us being separated from God. And when you are not connected to in the graces of your God because of sin, there is no peace in your life. You may not sense it, notice it, but just understand on a spiritual plane, there's no peace. See, because what God does is that when we choose those things, when we've rejected Him, and it says in Romans chapter 3 that all have sinned. Everybody has rejected Him, just in case you're wondering if you're exempt. No, you aren't. You ate the cold stone, okay? But he says everybody has rejected Him. And so what this text teaches us is that He's given us over to that rejection. He's given us over to the natural results that come to that. And those results aren't good. If I had a fish bowl up here, we can imagine or surmise that fish might be thinking, there's so much beyond my bowl. There's so much more out there that I want to see and experience. There's so many more things in life. If I could just get out of this bowl, I could go check them out. Has anybody ever had a fish jump out of the tank? I think that's what was going through their little fish heads when they were thinking that. I got to get out of here. But how many times do you think a goldfish reaches the lip of the tank, having left the water, and is thinking, this is going to be great. Hey, it's hard to breathe out here. Hey, it's hard to swim on the carpet.